The Satguru. The Self is the Satguru. You will get help from within. Here your true guide is. Here all wisdom and knowledge is. But due to your preoccupations, you do not see it. The Satguru is within. Meditate only on that. The Satguru is greater than all else, even God. The Satguru is truth, awareness, bliss, and is like the sun. You no longer need a torch to see. Because you do not understand the language of the Self, the Satguru manifests as the outer Guru. If you think that you have a body, you need a teacher with one. Stay with the Holy One who gives you peace. He is like a shade tree in the desert of samsara. This Guru is the butcher of the sheep ego. His function is to tell you, I am within you, and to give you the conviction that you are existence, consciousness, bliss. Every true teacher tells you, look within. There is no difference between yourself, self, and Guru. The Guru shows the treasure which is already always there. The teacher will not be recognized by the diamonds on his head or by the number of students he has. Know the teacher to be the one whose presence gives you peace and removes all craving, attachment, and desire. The jnani's torch burns down the house of false convictions. But as Kabir says, nobody takes this fire. The teacher is one who knows the truth and can transmit this truth to a humble one by look, by touch, by thought, or as Arunachala does, by silence. This silence is the light that does not move. The true teacher has no students, all is being, and only silence speaks. The perfect teacher has no teachings, because he knows that you are free already. So the true teacher's non-teaching is that there is no teacher, no student, no teaching, and that nothing has ever existed. This teaching must be without words, and must land in your heart. If you try to understand, it will only land in your head. The true teacher removes all names and forms and concepts. The preacher adds them like a noose around your neck. The preacher clings to you like a vulture clings to a fresh corpse. The true teacher will teach only to the extent that can be absorbed and then send the student away. So you must test the teacher. Look at the Guru's lineage. It is very important. And their answers must be backed by practical experience, because all the saints sing from emptiness, not from the mind. Association with the mind is not beautiful or worthwhile. Approaching the Self is like walking on a razor's edge. Two cannot go there. You can't even bring your mind or thought. So the only one who can help you is Self. Anything that touches this flame becomes flame. Touch a sage, and you become a sage. Knowing Self, you see only Self, and this Self is your teacher. Eventually, you have to get rid of the name and form of both your master and yourself. You have to reject the finger in order to see the moon. Where there is name and form, there is falsehood. There is an impediment to freedom, because nothing that you see will give you freedom. Hold on only to Self when you are drowning. Reach for anything else, and you will die. The Satguru is within. Meditate only on that. The true teacher is Self. All else is pointing to Self. Don't cling to anything made from the 5 elements. The Guru has no body, visible or invisible. Do not depend on any body, which are just fingers pointing to the truth. The Guru is your own self, not ego self, self here and now. Reject the form of the Guru and only the Supreme is left. It is not possible to lose your own self. You only have to be told by the Guru who you are. This pilot is love beauty. This freedom is the master. Just sit quietly. All is taken care of. What is the Guru? The literal meaning of this word is the one who dispels darkness. So the Guru is that which opens your heart, that which shows you light. The Guru is wisdom and light itself. How can one identify a true master? Is it true that the master is the one who stops your mind? A true master cannot be identified through his words or his actions, but your mind will likely become quiet around him. Often people propagate signs and symptoms of the teacher, but the true teacher has no symptoms at all. Somehow, he can convey his message silently. Some people once came to me and said they would only accept me as a teacher if I could stop my heart from beating. They got what they came for, but really there is no question about stopping the heart or any other siddhi that anybody can attain. Why are so many masters male? There is only one master that is neither male nor female. That master shines within you as your very self. Identifying as male or female keeps you from knowing this. What about Buddha and Jesus? And there is no male or female for the teacher. The teacher is within your own self. He is neither male nor female. You only speak about what you see. This male and that female is created by your mind. When you sleep, are you male or female? Do you need a guru, a living guru, to be realized? You cannot realize the self without the grace of the living guru. If you are in a body, you need a physical guru. If you are in a body, you need a guru in the body. Otherwise, the guru is within. But you don't understand his language. So the guru in the body is necessary for the student in the body so that they can converse with each other and remove the doubts of the student. Then the student will know that the guru is within. You need a guru without, just to tell you, I am within you. The guru is formless within you, and you also are formless. If you know this, you don't need a guru with the body. If you are fortunate enough to find a teacher with a body, do not miss the chance. Do the masters who are not in the body have the power to be my master? If you have that power so that you can listen to the master who has no body, then you do not need an embodied master, because that master is already there without body. It is that through which you speak. It is your heart. Do you listen to him? Do you listen to that formless teacher who is teaching within you? Yes, I do. If you did, you would not have asked all these questions. So, how about Christians and Buddhists who have no living guru? You must find a living guru, whether in the West or the East, and test him. If the mind is quiet in his presence, then obey him and stay with him. If you think you have a body, you need a guru in the body to help you. You will find this guru when you have an intense desire to be free. Then you will see that the guru will come to your door. as it happened in my case. I had such an intense desire for freedom that no other desire was in my mind. Why are some people like Ramana Maharshi able to find the truth without a physical guru? Ramana Maharshi also had a physical guru whose physique was very big. It was Arunachala itself. The guru can be in any form. Arunachala is silent and does not move, which are symptoms of a good guru. The real guru does not teach by words because by words the truth cannot be conveyed. Silence is the teaching. The Maharishi also taught by silence, like the mountain. Most other teachers bark day and night. If you are quiet and at peace, this Shanti is your own guru that cannot be found anywhere except within. That is why we begin each satsang with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Then you have to remove the doubts from the student's mind so you can speak. But this is not a talk. If you have doubt, come to the guru and ask him your question so that your doubt can be removed. When you have no doubt, you are in peace. Can a person have two gurus? Do I have to choose one or the other? Everything is your guru. Rocks teach you silence. Trees teach you compassion. The breeze teaches you non-attachment. You can have many gurus and lecturers and psychologists, but the Satguru is one. How to meet the Master with no ego. Satguru is within your own self and nowhere else. Your Satguru dwells in your heart and in the heart of all beings. Since you don't understand his language, by grace he takes a form to point you within. The Maharishi often would say, the real guru is within. Most teachers will not tell you this and will insist that you keep their picture and no other. But you don't get peace from them. However, if you just go to Rama Ashram and sit in Ramana's hall, the peace will unfold itself to you. My heart seems to be burning with two fires, my love for PAPAJI and my love for my Western master. As you say, they seem to be the same source, the same fire. If you say that the fire is the same, then you are not concerned with the candles. There may be 100 candles, but the flame is one. Don't worry about how many candles there are. Just take care to find out if the flame is the same or not. Put your finger in each flame, and if it is the same, you need not worry. Flame is only one, and that flame is within you. Candles have nothing to do with the flame. The bodies, the names have nothing to do with the flame. Flame is within you, and that is your teacher. This flame is your teacher, not that without. This flame is within, and if you depend on that without, you are making a mistake. Anything without will disappear, including your ego, mind, body, senses, and objects. What will not disappear is that flame. Try to see this flame within you, and don't depend on what is outside. If you have a glimpse of it, then speak to me about this flame. Gurus can be thousands like mosquitoes, but the Satguru is one in all the universe. Those like mosquitoes will bite you and suck your blood and then run away. The Satguru will totally swallow you, your ego, your mind. You can only love one, and that is not in time. The mosquitoes are in time. What is the master-disciple relationship? How does it work? The master is the one who shows you that you are light itself, and that darkness never existed. He looks into her eyes, pauses, giggles, and then says, This is how it will work. Why do you want this relationship? Who told you that there is a relationship between the disciple and the teacher? Where did you read this? You have heard about it, but you do not know what the relationship is. If I tell you, you will not understand. You must first fall into this relationship, and then you won't need an explanation of it. Just like you don't need an explanation of love when you are falling in love with a boy. If your mother describes this relationship to you when you are a 7-year-old girl, will you understand? You are not to make any effort in this relationship. When you are in front of your beloved, this beloved will not ask you to make any effort. This beloved will take care of you, and whatever she does, you will accept. At that time, you will not think, "What is going on?" Because in love there is no dialogue. In love there is no dialogue, no question, no answer. Simply, both are quiet. You are quiet, and your beloved is quiet, and something great is going to happen now. You have to wait. What is the difference between you and me? Why do you sit on the chair and I sit on the floor? Those who believe in difference belong on the floor. Those who do not sit on the chair. Papaji, who are you? I am that. This and that, or only that. Not this and that. That is that which is beyond any finger pointing to it, and if you hold on to the finger, you can't see it. Who is God, and what is your relationship with Him? I will give you this reply. I am God. I have no relation with Him. In order to have a relation, you need another person, and there is no other person besides God. Therefore, I have no relation with anyone else. I am full as God. Is the Guru one with God? There is no difference between a realized being and God. God with capital G, capital O, and capital D. There is no difference at all because Guru and God have no form, and in formlessness there are no differences. I know nothing about immortality. What happens when the master dies? Is there any entity remaining? My Guru died many years ago, and often I wonder if he is still available. How was it for you when your Guru died? My Guru is not dead. I never thought that my Guru is just the bones, skin, blood, and marrow. I see my precious teacher only, and that teacher is within your own self. This, within your own self, comes without to teach you that I am within you. If you would have had this teaching clarified during the lifetime of your teacher, you would not be sad today. The teaching is more important than the body of the teacher. When you drink a cup of water, do you eat the cup and throw away the water? No. What is inside the cup is more precious, not that without. What is without is only the container, and what is contained, nobody knows. So you can see that your teacher who was without is still within your heart in a subtle form. This subtle form never died. When you look within, you will see. You also must become subtle, and you will see the subtle form of everybody whom you have loved. When you love someone, even though they are dead, you will see them with your eyes closed. Even in sleep, you can see them in dreams. But the love must be very intimate love, true love. When you love someone truly from the bottom of your heart, that person can never be absent from you. So now you are here. Stay for a few days and find out what you have missed. Physical attachment can be kept on forever because the Guru never dies. Can you help me find the inner Guru? The outer guru gives you the address of the inner guru. Then you will know that this inner guru has been hiding because there is too much going on in your mind. Therefore you can't see him. You don't see the inner guru because you look somewhere else. Stop looking and it will reveal itself without your effort. Just stop your mind from chasing all its loves and enjoyments. The trick of the mind is to run after things for ages, getting kicks from everywhere. Few people want to be free of these nasty kicks. Few decide to be free and not to be a slave of the mind. Control the mind as a slave, and it will be very helpful to you. Know this trick from the outer guru. Control the slave, love the slave, keep it quiet. Don't trouble the mind, and don't let it trouble you. This is how to control the mind. Everyone will not do this. Just a few of you will be successful in this attempt. Can you speak about the service to the guru? Am I serving you by being here? Once I said that to receive knowledge, one must serve the teacher for 12 years. This was the tradition in ancient times. But now people are very much in a hurry. They come and say that they want to be free and that they have a reservation on the evening flight. To them I say, you have come in a hurry and with a rope tied to something else. The ancients said 12 years as a test. If the man was not really desiring freedom, he would run away. People who come only to cheat the teacher will run away when presented with 12 years of service to the guru. For that purpose, the teacher said to the students to stay for 12 years, after which he would give the student knowledge. Actually, I don't require 12 years. Here, I just want 1 instant of your time. And people still find it difficult. Out of a whole lifespan, I only want 1 instant to be spent here with me. This is difficult for most, and if they miss it, they have to go through another cycle of 35 million years of births and rebirths. So since you are here, spend 1 second with me. I served my master for 9 years before he dropped his body. You are looking very good. There is a shine on your face which shows your 9 years of dedication. Now, your former teacher has pushed you to spend 3 years in Lucknow. That is why you are here. This is the invisible grace of the former teacher. So, for 3 years, you stay here. I will tell you a very easy method to be free. Clean the shoes outside of the people who come to satsang. This will wipe out your ego. Don't simply come when the hall is ready for satsang. It is not that. You have to clean the seats, clean the floor, and also clean the shoes. Try it just for 1 day. It means you are cleaning your ego, and without ego, that nothing is possible. Is there anything I can do for you? I just told you. Do nothing for me, do it for everybody. Look after everybody, so that they are happy to see you. It is better to serve the devotee of God than to serve God himself. That is what is said. Therefore, in India, when people are going into a temple, they take the dust from the threshold of the temple and smear it on their forehead before entering the temple. That is how it should be done. Otherwise, the ego is very strong. The ego will not allow you to get moksham, liberation, in this life. Each day you shower the love on us, but I don't feel worthy or pure enough. It is good that you see that you have some impurities because now you will try to make your heart clean. But nobody knows or believes that their hearts are impure. Look after your own impurities to begin with, and when your own mind is clean, you will not see any impurities in the mind of others. So remove the impurities, the thoughts. Wherever there is thought, it is an impurity. If there is no thought, you are worthy. Papaji, I have a question for you that I would like to ask so that I can write an article about you. I can do it later if you wish. I leave tomorrow at 10 a.m. Why not now? Why later? You have already been postponing for 2 billion years. Today is the time. Don't make any later appointments. Ask your questions now. Time is very short and you are leaving tomorrow. First of all, that is not the way. That is not the way to go to a teacher. If you go to a teacher, you must forget your return ticket. You must come on a single ticket. You are talking about tomorrow at 1,000 hours. So you have only 24 hours until then. You have already bound yourself to the next day which has not come. Why do you speak of it? Don't even speak of the next second. Don't postpone it. You do not know that it will happen, so make the best of now itself. The teacher is there. Your desire for freedom is there. What trouble is there? Nothing. Nothing. I told you not to postpone, and there came a laugh. Where did this laugh come from? The teacher gives no teaching. He only makes you laugh. And in this laughter there is only emptiness. Can you say your laughter is containing something? No. Laughter is just laughter, and it doesn't take time. To cry, you need a person to cry, but not to be happy. So now ask me questions. Ask me questions just now. Don't ask your old rotten questions of yesterday. Ask me fresh questions which just now arise. I have no questions. The question on this sheet is for an article that I would like to write. They will be answered when you take a pen and paper in hand. The answers will come simultaneously. Write an article which makes a reader laugh instead of writing a book with so many things. Let your reader laugh and tell him how to laugh. That is a good message. The book or article should not be past. Your questions are past now already, but you must write something very fresh. Let me hear one of your questions. I will clarify this for you so you can tell to others what happened when you were in India. India has given so many enlightened people, but the people you teach are mainly Westerners. Can you explain that? Of course. Almost all sages and saints who have been enlightened have been from nowhere else but India. I have rarely seen anybody even with the desire for freedom. I have traveled the world to speak with those people who are enlightened, to have their views and to find out what they are doing. I once was told that there was an enlightened person living on a mountain near Montserrat in Spain. Though every other Christian goes to church, he does not go. He has been allowed by the Pope not to go. Otherwise, Christians who do not go to church will go to hell. I also heard of a man, Alfonso, living in Greece on Mount Athos, a very holy mountain, they say, so I wanted to go see both of them. The man at Montserrat lived in a small hut, 950 steps above the monastery. I found him meditating with an Om in front of him. He told me that when he concentrates on Om, all his impurities are washed away. He also was wearing an Om around his neck. There was nowhere that he needed to go because concentrating on the Om was enough. I saw that these men had attained something, but the formula was from India, this Aum that we start Satsang with. This Aum was picked up by Christians and called Amen. The Muslims call it Amin. They are both forms of Aum. You and other Westerners are coming here because you once upon a time lived here in India. but you had some personal physical desires that wanted to be fulfilled. And since you could not fulfill them in India, these desires gave you a birth in the West. Now you ask, why are these Westerners here? Because they have fulfilled their desires. Therefore you are here. Therefore you would not have come. So anybody who has a desire must have it fulfilled, or this desire will be their next life. If your desires are over and you do not need to go anywhere, then you will see the real secret that everything is about. It is all your desires that you see. But when your mind is quiet, without desire, this is called enlightenment. Don't wait to do it after death. Do it now. When you laugh, it means your desires have vanished. So just keep laughing. I want a sharp weapon to kill my thoughts. Surrender to the person who is very intelligent and sharp and who knows about the tactics of war and peace. Give him the reins to your chariot. Listen to his commands and do as he says. There is no other weapon as sharp as surrender to the teacher. He will fight for you. I advise you to surrender to the teacher and listen to him from the inside. Then let the body become like a machine. You don't work it, it is just working. Find the charioteer seated in your heart, and you will be at peace always. You have been in my dreams often lately. Do some teachers manifest themselves in the dreams of their students? This happens to very serious people who do not find a guru. In the dream they will be given instructions. In my own case, my guru first appeared to me like this. Some people say that he came to me in a dream, but even at this, it is a fact that he came. Eknath's guru, Janardin Swami, came to him in a dream also. Eknath dreamed. An address was given to him. When he woke up, he went to the address, found his guru there, and was enlightened. You just have to be a very serious seeker, and then you do not have to find a guru, because your guru will find you. Even gods will come to you, but you have to be very serious about your search. It doesn't matter if your guru is there or not there. In a dream a few nights ago, I saw Ramana Maharshi coming to me in a cave. The next night I saw Ram, Sita, and Ganga Ma in a dream. Are these darshan diamonds or distractions? Having darshan of saints and gods and even the holy river Ganga shows that your mind is pure. Each of these visits will purify you. They are not harmful. To have a vision of a saint or of a god in a dream is very beautiful. Let it continue. When you come to people in dreams, is this just a dream or indeed a visit? It is neither dream or waking state. This is the fourth state, the Turiya state. It is the true state of a person. There is no difference between the devotee and the teacher. So the devotee can see the teacher in this way. We are just playing parts given by the divine. The form we take doesn't matter. Actors take different roles. Sometimes they are friends, sometimes they are enemies, some are females, and some are males. But the essence is neither male nor female. Who is it that hates or loves? Nobody knows. I woke up this morning and remembered that you had come to me in a dream last night. We were sitting on the side of the river when I gave you a flower. You looked at the flower, smiled, and said, "The flow of the river is one." I will take you to the life of Buddha. Kashyap goes with the flower and gives it to the Buddha. Buddha smiles and Kashyap became enlightened. Mahakashyap. Since then, for centuries, people have researched what this means. Handing over a flower, a smile, enlightenment. This is a great teaching. You pick a flower, bring it to the teacher, he smiles. Nobody can give the exact meaning of how he became enlightened with the smile from his teacher. If you find it, keep quiet and simply see. Kashyap returned there. It means it is so easy. Take a flower and offer it to the teacher. He will smile, and you are enlightened. Don't ask why he smiled. Don't ask, and like a flower you will blossom. Many things can be attributed to this, but don't ask. It is a very deep meaning. You have to find out yourself. The questions I can give you are, what is a flower? How to offer the flower? What is the meaning of smile? To whom did you give the flower? What is meant by the flower? I want to live so close to you and stay at your feet. Why my feet? Why not closer? Do you know what is closer? I want you to dwell in my heart. This is the best place, and it has no distance. Here the sun and moon and stars do not shine. This is my dwelling place. Once you arrive here, there is no return because you become one with me, losing all the vasanas which would otherwise cause you to reappear on earth. You have enjoyed everything in this world. Now enjoy your own peace and love by simply staying quiet. Why do I come to you in order to trust myself? If you do not come to me, you will always have mistrust. When you come to the teacher, you have a trust that he will remove your doubt, and then your dream will be over. For that reason, you should have no doubt. Your doubts are like clouds. How long can they stay in front of the sun? They will move away so that you can trust in the sun where the light comes from. May I come and look into your eyes so that I will find peace? Who told you that if you look into the eyes of a person you will find peace and rest? There is truth in it. If you see the eyes of someone whose mind is still, then you can find peace within yourself also. Either look into the eyes of a man whose mind is still, or look to his heart. Then your mind will be still. Whether you look into the eyes or into the heart, it is the same thing. You will find peace. You will be attracted by those eyes, and you will forget to look anywhere else. Look into your eyes, behind your eyes, not to any outside object, but into your eyes from behind. Then you will know the trick of how to keep quiet. I would like to eat the food from your plate and walk in your shoes and speak with your mouth. I am yours. I love you. Eating the food on my plate means eating the words that I speak about. You have to digest these words. If I tell you that you are free, you have to digest this food in your heart. Walking in my shoes means doing as I do. That is, walking in the shoes. Speaking with my mouth is identifying as me. Then your mouth and tongue are mine, and you can speak the words that I speak. These things you can do. Can you show me who am I? I am a tiger, can't you see? You are a sheep. There is a sheep in front of a hungry tiger. How long will it take for one of them to disappear? This sheep will be a tiger in one instant. This is what I am. There is no sheep. This bleating will stop and there will be a roar that says, I am a tiger. Any questions that come from a sheep. And this question is bleating. Let it face a tiger, that's all. It will be finished. Bleating is mind. Tiger is your own heart. So push the sheep in front of the tiger, and it will be all over. It takes no time. Ramana Maharshi said initiation and upadesa from a guru is necessary for freedom. This is absolutely essential because otherwise teachers will give you things to do. But a perfect guru who has attained freedom knows how to transmit this freedom. So you are very lucky if you find a guru who will initiate you into no method, no practice, and who will only tell you that you are already free. I feel that by coming here to see you, I am betraying my master who has left his body. The master never dies. Do not stay in the graveyard. Papaji, in a few weeks I have to go to the West. Is it okay? Yes, there is no East and West. This is only on the map. There is no East and West for the master. Wherever you go is the presence of the teacher, and you will feel it. When you have surrendered, it is the responsibility of the teacher to guide you at every step. In the West, old habits take over again. Is this just a trick of the mind? How does presence of the master help in being free? Why do you think that you will be disturbed when you go to the West? When you came, that disturbance was there. But now when you know the peace, you will take it with you as you. This peace nobody can disturb. Only you disturb the peace yourself by desiring this and that. So try this now, and your peace will not be disturbed, and you will always be in satsang. Only a few lucky people will have satsang in the span of many lives. You must have been aspiring for satsang for millions of years, and during this time you did your tapas and penance, and therefore now you will win peace. This is the right age. You are a young man in satsang. It is a rare phenomena. The Sufi saints call this a rare phenomena, satsang and the desire for freedom together. You need to be free, but it will not work in Washington, and you have to be in satsang. The Sufi saints say, women and wine both together at the same time. What a luck! You must have read this, and if you didn't, you can read Omar Khayyam, a great Sufi saint who wrote a wonderful book, the Rubaiyat. A peg of wine on one hand, a woman on the thighs and kissing. These two things are very rare, both ways. I have decided not to go to Arunachala on my way back home because it is here. You are the embodiment of Arunachala. I have heard that one should stay with the one who kindles your flame. Some people hold the belief that you must go to a Himalayan cave to meditate, but these caves are for animals, not humans. You need not go to a cave because what you seek is available anywhere. Even in Hazrat Ganj, in Manhattan, or in the forest. What you search is within you, and so there is some sanity to just stay where you are. Is Ramana Maharshi still alive in the same sense as Jesus Christ? Ramana Maharshi is still alive. This is not a belief, but reality. Nothing is created and nothing vanishes. All is always there, but only open eyes can see this. All the beings are still here. They cannot disappear. Where would they go? They are here to stay. All the beings of the whole cosmos exist in your heart, nowhere else. Everything exists and stays in the heart itself. Nothing is beyond your heart. Everything in the universe, from beginning to end, from mountains to meteors, are but a speck in your heart. You are also here. Everything always is. This is the end of knowledge. No creation, no preservation, and no destruction. It is as it is and will continue to be as it is from even before the Creator, who is born out of the essence of this heart. This afternoon I will take the train to Arunachala. I would like your blessing. Yes, after being here the only place to go is Arunachala. It means the mountain which does not move. You have to find the mountain which does not move. This is called Arunachala. This mountain which does not move is the light of the self. You will see it there. Circumambulate it once, twice, thrice, and then you will see the light. This Arunachala is calling you, and you will see that this Arunachala is calling you. This is the light of the self, and you must make a visit there. Arunachala is the best place to sit quiet. If you are called there, you must go and fulfill your mission. So many people find this light from you. You can attribute it to the teachers who tell them, but he only gives the information that you are already at peace. That teacher which is attributed with giving peace is not different from the teaching itself. If the grace that radiates out of a saint makes such a difference to the people around him, I would expect that it makes a big difference on the saint as well. Then why is there sickness? Body itself is sickness. This radiation is not from the body to the body, but comes from somewhere else. It is not body-to-body relation. When sun falls on a mirror or on a lake, it reflects, but when it falls on a stone, it doesn't. So the body of one who lives in truth simply reflects the radiance like a ball bouncing off the wall. This light shines on a dark mind and sets it free, and then comes back because there is only one person who radiates, and there is only one person who is radiated upon. There are not two. This is the answer to your question. Papaji, I would like to spend more time with you today before I go. Time? Even if you stay 1 trillion years, you will not make it. You have spent so much time already in so many lifetimes, and still you have not seen the peace. I don't want a lot of time. I only want 1 second of your life. Just 1 second where you won't think or go anywhere is all I want. Now you have to assure me that this 1 second belongs to you. Make sure it doesn't belong to objects, senses, mind, or intellect. And if it doesn't, then what happens to this me? This is my question, and you can answer it in any way. Silence, a laugh, a word. Don't step out of this 1 second. I love you and your teaching. I can read between the lines, and I know you are hurt by some disappointments you have with me and the teaching. In between what you speak is what is in your mind. So between the lines, you should keep quiet. Then there will be no difference between your tongue and your thought. Many people say, I love you, but it is not true. Their mind is different than their tongue, and so they are only deceiving themselves, and the God within is not happy about it. So do what you have in your mind and speak what is true within and without. There should be no difference. Then you will be happy, and this is called wisdom and enlightenment. You must be the same at all times and speak the way that you feel. Papaji reads a long letter from America about a man's long struggle to be free and his attempt to change his environment to be more conducive to freedom. Commenting on this letter that I have just read, I see that there is an inspiration rising from within to be free, but that the circumstances have not allowed it. He has not gone near a real guru to stay and learn. All the rest he has done, but now he is just attached to the desert, the monks and the nuns. You can live anywhere you like. Why make the difference between a mountain and a fish market? Why should there be a difference? Wherever there is a difference, it is the mind which is cheating you. You can be quiet in the midst of Hazrat Ganj, and you may not be quiet in a Himalayan cave, so forget about it. During your lifetime, it is better to stay with the one who knows and who can deliver peace and love. This teacher is a raft who ferries you across the ocean of life. Otherwise, it is not so easy. Don't waste your time on meditation, whether in the mountains or in your home, but instead go to the teacher. He will take care of you as the raft does. Only the raft carries you, not your meditations or effort. This raft is the teacher. Learn this, and don't waste time. Search for the one who knows himself, and who can tell you what is unknown to you. Now is the right time. Don't waste it. Here I don't teach any meditation or any other exercise. Just keep quiet for 1 instant, and don't stir a thought in your mind. If you don't realize in 1 finger snap, then come in front of me and tell me that this formula has not worked. Come face to face with me and tell me that you have not sat quiet and have not yet seen your own love, your own peace. That challenge is open to everyone today, tomorrow, or the next day. I have heard that it didn't take much time when you met Ramana. Is it true that from a single glance from the Maharshi liberated you? What then is the nature of the transforming power of the Guru? The Maharshi was always sitting in his hall with open eyes and not looking at anybody. His eyes were empty. I would sit in front of him and think that he was only looking at me and nobody else. Also there was Chadwick, Devaraj, and Rao, but he only looked at me. This glance is grace, and it falls on the one who really wants the grace of the Guru. 1 glance is enough, as is written in the Upanishads. 1 glance, 1 touch, 1 word from the Guru is enough. You need not do any chanting or meditations or exercises, but you have to be a holy person. Then only this glance will fall behind your eyes. Then the whole of your body will shine in silence and in love. That glance I cannot compare with the eyes of even the greatest saints and sages of the world. That is a glance from the self to the self. Therefore, I believe that if the sage looks at you, then the purpose of your visit to this world is fulfilled. Kabir has said this: "Blessed is the life in which you are born in the human form. So make up your mind to realize the truth in this life before you pass away. Why this life? Why not today? Why today? Why not now? Otherwise you will repent when this bird flies away from the body." I so love living in Manali, but the mountains don't compare to being with you. The depth of inquiry and the power of devotion are both so much greater near you, in your presence. Many scriptures say that God, Guru, and Self are the same. Will you reveal the secret of this blessed Trinity to me? I know that the Vedas say that God, Guru, and Self are all the same, but I believe that the Guru is higher than God and Self, because you can only know God and Self through the Guru. I will tell you a story about a man who was a hairdresser to a king. This man would go to the king to massage and shave him every morning at 8. One morning, as he was leaving, his Guru came to his house. So he bathed his Guru and prepared breakfast and then lunch for him. He totally forgot to go to the king and only remembered when his Guru was totally comfortable and taken care of. He said, "Guruji, I must go to the king now and massage his legs because he has arthritis, and without the 2-hour massage he can't go to his court. I am very late, and so the king may not be happy with me. In fact, I may not return because he may have me executed." The Guru said, "Go now, but come back to serve my tea this evening." So he left for the palace. When he went through the palace gates, the senators were smiling big smiles at him, and when he appeared before the king prostrated before him. "Please, sir, don't bow before me. This is more of a punishment. You can kill me, but I can't stand the disgrace of you bowing to me." The king said, "Your massage was so good this morning that for the first time in decades I am able to walk with no assistance. My legs are healed. I tried to give you my own diamond necklace as a reward, but you disappeared." "My dear king," the hairdresser said as he saluted the king, "I have served you for so many years, but now I cannot return. I will serve my guru now." So he stayed with his teacher for the rest of his life. So I place guru first, then self, and then God. This you'll learn here. Recently I dreamed that I jumped out of an airplane, but that I forgot to take a parachute. I know that this was related to the guru. What does it mean? It is what this story is about. It means that whenever some trouble arises, you should use a parachute. Avoid all danger and fear by keeping the parachute in your hand. This parachute is your faith in your teacher. He will save you so you need not fall. Have complete trust in the pilot who knows how to fly the plane. You said there is no teacher, no teaching, and no student. Tomorrow I will go to France. Can I find liberation without a teacher, without coming back to Lucknow, by only following my inside voice? Is the grace of an enlightened one necessary? Without a teacher and his grace, you can't be enlightened. You can't be free. Only one with very clear eyes standing at the perfect angle can show you the new moon. Those with jaundice in their eyes and standing in the wrong place, looking at the wrong angle, will not see it and go for help. The one with clear eyes will tell you to align your sight with his finger and the head of the crow seated on the tree. Then, looking beyond the finger and the crow, the moon is sighted. But if you hold on to the finger or the head of the crow, can you see the moon? The indicators have nothing to do with the moon. And so the one with clear eyes will tell you to reject them. Don't get attached to the teacher's form. If you do, perhaps you won't be benefited. Most teachers keep their students holding the finger, and they both are satisfied. As ego becomes inflated, the finger is worshipped and the new moon is forgotten. Only the selfless one says to go beyond and declares himself a mere indicator, a humble messenger not to be held. Finding that selfless one, the one with clear eyes, who helps all people, is very difficult. You also said that if a devotee has an intense love for his guru, that this love and the desire to see his guru will compel the guru to take another birth. Is that true? It is not possible. The guru is that which enlightens the devotee. A magic monger, like so many famous saints, are not gurus. The guru is one who shows light and gives peace to the devotees, even without them asking for it. Others are commercial teachers interested in building ashrams and making money. It is better to be without desire. The peace of the desireless man is not comparable to anyone in the world. Don't be attached to the guru's form. What passes away is not eternal. Every form will pass away, and the essence is formless. If you are attached to the form, you are making a mistake. It is not the form which gives you light, but something else which is deep inside your own heart. That is your guru. that Guru abides in the heart of all beings, not only just the human beings, but all the animals and plants. You will see this when you see your own essence within. Then every plant and animal will speak to you as they speak to me. If there is no teacher or student, then why are so many people here benefited from you? Can you tell me about this grace? Could I benefit from it? When I say there is no teacher and no disciple, no giver and no receiver, I mean that there is no physical person. The teacher is not physical, neither the disciple is physical. The one who gives is not physical, and the one who receives is not physical. This is what I mean. It is not a person who gives. There is no permanency in any physical body. The body will appear and disappear. What teaching can it give you? What can the mind and senses teach? They themselves have no permanency and are ever-changing. The teaching can only be given by the Eternal and received by the Eternal. The Eternal has nothing to give to the Eternal. So there is no disciple and no teacher. You are already that, not physical, emotional, or mental. Leave behind these forms and find out what is left and what it needs. So many processes to find this out are given by the teachers, but none are worthwhile because whatever is gained afresh will be lost someday. All gains are temporary gains because everything comes and goes. So look at what you have not to gain. Look at what is already there. Who can give you this that you already have? That is why I say, you don't need a teacher nor teaching. Some people don't believe it, but it is a fact. You can't depend on anyone else or on your own self. Dependency is not peace and love. That which does not depend on anything is happiness. Find out what is peace and what does not need any help from the outside. This cannot be known by any practice in time. It is not in time, so how can it be found there? Time itself is not happiness. Wherever there is time, there is mind. There is no difference between mind and time and thought. So if you want to be in peace, don't think of time. Don't think about anything because thought is always of the past. Peace does not belong to the past. Peace is instant presence. Thought is past, mind is past. When you don't make use of thought, mind, or past, that is the moment of your wisdom, light, and peace. It cannot be gained or attained. It is already here. You don't need any experience to have what is already here. You just need someone who can tell you that peace is already here. You can't get it from me. Only a rare one can have that understanding. Most people think that peace is enjoyment of senses. It is not. It is not from the rubbing with the opposite sex. That is over in a second. Find out what joy is which will not fade away. Most saints will tell you to do something. Like in the West, they say you must go to church or you will go to hell. All over this fear is given. So much yoga and seva and meditation is scheduled in all the ashrams around the world. But here in Lucknow, I will not tell you to do anything. Doing has been enough for you. You have spent millions of years doing things, but you are not a worker anymore. If I tell you to do this or that to attain freedom, it means that freedom is a mere result of doing something. Freedom is totally independent of any doing and of what you have done. So if anyone comes to me, I don't tell him to do anything. Just stay here with me. Your freedom is my job. You are not to do anything. Simply stay quiet. Give no rise to even a thought. This much rest I give to you. You don't even have to think, though everybody else is thinking. I tell you that you have not to think. I will think for you. If you don't think for 1 second, you will see that you have fulfilled your purpose of coming to Lucknow. If you are not enlightened, then catch hold of my throat and tell me that I speak lies. But before that, stay quiet for just 1 finger snap. 1/2 second. 1/2 of a half second. During this quarter second, tell me that you are not realized. Why do so many of my desires come true in Lucknow? It has gotten to the point where I really have to watch what I hope for because it will come true. Desires of those who come into the presence of a jnani are fulfilled because it is like throwing a rubber ball against a wall. It will come back. A saint does not fulfill the desire because he does nothing. He is still like a mountain. However, desires are fulfilled as they meet this silence. This silence gives peace to anyone who comes near to it, and enlightenment to a rare, ripe soul. A saint can give you anything you want, even if it is not in your destiny, for the tongue of the Guru is not controlled by God or destiny. If you have the desire for enlightenment, it will be fulfilled in the silence of a saint, in the presence of a desireless man sitting quietly like a mountain. Sitting quietly in the Guru's presence is quite enough. But most people who go to the jnani forget what they go to him for and continue their old ways. I have seen this around the Maharshi. People were very close to him who were not benefited because they were lost in their desires. You must win the heart of the jnani so that he gives everything without even asking for it. I have only one desire left. I really want to be with my Guru. All other desires have dropped. I am surrendered to him completely. I just want to sit with him. Is that okay? No. I knew you were going to say this. Did your previous Guru tell you no? No. I say no because I say don't stay with or depend on any person who has name and form. On this basis, I say no. Stay with the Guru who has no name or form. Stay with it, which is formless. So if you see my form, don't stay with the form. Stay with my formlessness. The people who are staying here are staying with formlessness, not with form. For some it is taking time to reduce my form, but they will wait. Some people have immediately seen my formlessness. Those who have not seen it are not ready to see it. When you are ready, grace will bring you here, and if it doesn't work, then it is a disgrace for you. If it does work and you know the formlessness, then your work is over. Be here, complete your desires, become desireless, and this desirelessness is called enlightenment. Where to find you? What a question! Where to find you? Nobody can see, and so what you see is not the fact. Therefore search for me somewhere where the eyes do not see. Look nowhere, and you shall find me. Do you understand? Look nowhere, and thou hast found formlessness. There is a Tibetan proverb which says that a guru is like fire. Get close and you burn, but if you don't stay close enough, you won't feel the heat. This is very true. When you go near the Guru, it burns your ego. But even if you are far away, you will be burnt. You try it. Go to the back of the hall and you will find the heat there also. Sit here and feel the heat. How do I keep my true nature where bliss is as natural as breath? When the veil which does not exist is lifted, then you will have bliss and love. The veil never is. It is only your desire which hides your true nature. You want to live with someone, but then they grow old, and so you want to live with a young person. This is the workings of the demons of desire. You can't get peace from any person, not even God can give you peace. If you have a mountain of merit, perhaps you can contact a teacher. Maybe this teacher is the real Satguru. Then by grace of the Satguru you will have peace. But most teachers are not the Satguru. You must have discrimination to know who the Satguru is and to know he can give you freedom. But this discrimination is very rare. You may live with a teacher and not know who he is because you are lost with his habits. Even his way of speaking and walking can blind you to the truth. I am so attached to your beautiful form. I want to drown in that, so please, take my hand as it happens so we will go together. Drowning is going by yourself into the ocean or river. But what does it mean to say, take my hand, I want to drown? I don't understand. You can't drown like this because you have the protection of someone who will not let you drown. He will bring you across the ocean of samsara where everybody drowns because they have no protection. A few here and there seek the protection of a teacher. Kabir says, men are being washed away in this ocean of samsara. All are going to hell. I try to bring someone to the shore and out of the current, but many deny the protection. Now, I don't know how the noble and wise Kabir can say what he says next. If the person does not accept this protection, then kick his ass and throw him in the middle of the river where the current is the fastest. He must have been in a lot of trouble to utter this because otherwise he was a very peaceful man. What I do is not to kick his ass, but I go myself and get washed away a little bit with the person who is getting washed away. You must have seen it. They say, my father was washed away by my mother, and so they are from birth. So I go and kiss the man, not kick him. Then I suggest to them that we get out of the current since we are being washed away, and I tell them that I know a good place to get out. Then I bring that man to the shore, out of the ocean where one is safe. So even if you are washed away and you are pulled out, not by force, but by love. Once in Ayodhya, on the banks of the river, I met a very troubled man. For decades he did so much sadhana for the sole purpose of having darshan of Lord Ram. And he had vowed years before that if Ram did not appear to him by this day, he would walk into the Saryu and drown. I tried to talk him out of it, but he wouldn't listen, and slowly he walked into the current until he started to be swept away. I went in after him and brought him back to shore, where he pronamed to me, thanking me over and over for fulfilling his desire. He insisted on following and serving me, but I didn't allow him. I gave him a little advice, got on my motorcycle, and rode back to Lucknow. We are all so happy just to be in your physical presence. You don't even have to say anything and people get it. Where the teaching is, there is attraction. So people go to that man in whom the teaching is. That attracts people, not the form. The form of the man who has wisdom attracts because that has compassion in it. It wants to give what it has, and so people come and are benefited. What does the poor man have to give to others? But the king will give you a fistful of pearls and gems. What is your spiritual will? What ambitions would you like to see completed when you are no more? That day will never come when I am no more. You may turn like a spinning wheel for 35 million years, coming and going, and you will see I am here at this place where I forever have been, and that is my abode. I will never go anywhere, nor will I return anywhere. I have no will at all. If I am here or not here, it doesn't make any difference. I will not impose anything on anybody, and therefore I have no personal will or ambition at all, and have nothing to be fulfilled. I do not need the help of any other person to speak on my behalf those things which I couldn't say in my lifetime. I have stayed with many masters during the last 7 years in India. Is it right that I have left them, or should I go back? Stay with someone who gives you peace of mind. Don't judge him by his ashram or by his beard, but whether or not you are getting peace. If you are there, stay with him and remove your doubts and hindrances. Aim for peace and not necessarily the most comfortable circumstances. So many kings are miserable, and so many of the saints have been simple people in simple circumstances, like Rakina, the cartsman who was the guru of the king. With this simple cartsman, the king found something he could not get in his palace and then ruled the kingdom while staying quiet. So stay with the one who gives you peace, and see what is happening in your mind. It doesn't matter if the king is in Manhattan or the Himalayas. Don't worry. Stay in the peace and learn, and then you can go anywhere you like. All of my life I have been terribly afraid of dying, but now that fear has disappeared. I can't find it anywhere. The mind that feared death has itself died. Few people know how to avoid the fear of death. If the person is very pure-minded and obedient to the teacher will remove this fear by look or by thought if the person is not present, or by touch. Also, by kick sometimes. This happens when the student is not getting it, but the teacher is bent on giving it. It may seem to be a cruel way, but the teacher is looking out for your benefit and not necessarily what you want. He wants to give you that precious diamond for which you will forever be grateful for. How can I get over the fear of taking what I really want? Of taking freedom? If you are afraid and don't extend your hands to take it, I will take your hands and force a diamond into it. Your part is to come here, and my job is to thrust the food into your mouth even if you don't want it. I have just arrived here from Rama Ashram. Sri Ramana has long been for me the perfect example of the one true self and the embodiment of my heart. His grace has shown me that I am not different than that very perfection of being. I walk through the ashram as if I was looking through his eyes. This is how to look. You are so blessed to have him as your master, and I hope you will share with me something from your association with him. What you speak of, the ego does not touch. The one who surrenders to the master gets this kind of experience. Then he sees that he is not the doer. He doesn't do anything, but gets commands from within, and the work is carried out. One is not even to think. The self will think on your behalf. I have spent time with lamas who say the path is difficult, but the time has come to be silent and free of the transient suffering and practices. I'm through with searching and having suffering as a teacher. Now I just want to sit at the master's feet. The credit for this first goes to your mother. To get love in these days is very rare, but she built from love a good spine in your body to face the sufferings with. Now, due to your mother's love, you are here in satsang. So be grateful to your mother. Regarding the teaching, when you are near to a teacher, your responsibility is over. Just as your responsibility and effort to cross the river is over once you are in the ferry. What effort do you make in the ferry? Do you run from one end to the other? Whether you run or sit quiet, it is the ferry that will bring you to the other shore, not you. Perhaps, though, if you do make effort, the boat will tilt to one side and you, the other passengers, and even the boatsman will be in trouble. So keep quiet here. Here we neither chant nor meditate. This is something easy. This is satsang. For your part, only have full faith in the teacher, and the teacher will hand over what you really want, and what is really good for you. You are such a mystery to everybody. Is that okay? If I say it is okay, it is not a mystery. Mystery is mystery, and so it cannot be okayed or rejected. Last night in a dream I was surrounded by Neem Karoli Baba, Osho, Ramana, and yourself on all four sides. Can you tell me about the value of so many spiritual teachers? I feel so lucky to be so connected. These four teachers are like four walls of a room. If you are attached to any one of these teachers, your face is toward that wall. Remove the walls, they only come and go. What is before the wall is, and after the wall is gone. Tell me. Silence? To get to the silence, will you lick the wall? No. So there is no use licking the wall. Silence will stay. It was here. It is here. It will be here. That silence doesn't depend on any walls which are temporary. It is only a concept of your mind that you will be happy by licking a wall. Don't lick anything. The only thing that can give you peace is nothingness. Stay attached to what you can't see, touch, taste, or hear. That is all. This is truth. I love you through all that is seen and unseen because you are my very heart. It is so precious and unspeakably pure. Though I am what is nameless, I would love to be named by you before leaving for Arunachala. There is no place on the face of the earth which will give you peace of mind like Arunachala will. This is the Guru of my Guru. Aruna means light. Achala means that which does not move. Arunachala means the immovable light. To celebrate this, there is a festival of Deepam, where they burn a very big light fueled with 1,000 kilos of butter oil. This may still be burning by the time you get there. So I give you the name Aruna. You are the light. I give names according to the face because it is the index of mind. You can't hide the mind because it is on the face. Therefore, you get the name of your heart. When you walk on such holy land as Arunachala, where the saint has lived, you will have the same feeling as when he was there. There will not be any difference. Always remember this. You can keep the dust of this place with you. It is just as holy. Keep it in your room, and you will not have to chant any mantra or even meditate. You sometimes say that you must forget and reject everything, including your family and even God. Yes, that is the highest truth, but you are misunderstanding what is meant by rejecting. Reality is one. There are not two realities. Either you are real or the other is, but other is based on you, and so you are the only reality. That is why you must reject even God, meaning reject your separateness from God. Rejecting other means to reject that you are separate from other. The highest experience is when everything disappears, even God. Until this happens, you will continue to be reborn. So forget everything, even forgetting. because forgetting and remembering belong to the mind. Without mind, you can't see your God or Guru or country or parents. Just don't give rise to identifying as a body or mind or personality, and there will be no forgetting or remembering. First forget yourself, which means stop identifying as the body. You are the essence which does not disappear. Find it. I can forget God and my country and the family, but I can't forget the Guru. Should I really forget the Guru? There is no shoulding. I am not saying that you should do anything. All automatically goes. Just know who you are, and you will know who the Guru is. Perhaps he is the same, disciple and Guru. Don't give rise to any concept of separate personalities, and tell me, what is here? That which remains you cannot speak of. Even bliss is not an adequate description. One who has tasted it cannot speak, and one who speaks has not tasted it. It is being, and it is independent of the taster. Few will have this consciousness of real being. So don't have any desire or any relation for some time, and it will reveal itself by itself to itself. But to whom? Love, truth, freedom exalts a holy person. So you must be holy first, and you will get everything without asking. Where will you go after you leave your body? Will you ever come back to planet Earth? If I come back, I must go, and if I go, I must come back. Therefore the truth is neither I come nor I go. This is the truth. What goes? You speak of the body, not of your own self. The self doesn't come and doesn't go. Why should it go anywhere? What will he do going from here to somewhere else? He is not a businessman. Everything is included in the self. Why should you go? The king does not desire, I want to buy that house or apartment or place, because the whole kingdom belongs to him. The king has no desire to acquire property, because it all belongs to him. Therefore, when you become a king, you will have no desire to go anywhere, and with just a clap of your hands, all is fulfilled. What is the essence of your teaching? I teach about that which cannot be attained by any teaching. My teaching cannot be taught. I have no teaching for the essence from where all teachings arise from. This essence doesn't need any teaching or non-teaching, for it is beyond everything. It is from where all words rise from the very source of being, from where everything comes from, even the words. Master, I want to know the Satguru. I want to be free. The Satguru is within. The Maharshi says the same thing. The Satguru is within your own heart. You need this, and if you are honest, certain, sincere, and one-pointed, you will understand that you are that itself. You are here itself. You don't need any effort. Just convince yourself that you are here. Reject all your desires and don't make effort, and you will be alone. Then something will shine and envelop you completely.